Good Thursday, everyone. We're tracking Hurricane Helene and awaiting the arrival of that storm and the impacts it will bring to the Cumberland Plateau. Helene is a Cat 2 this morning, so strengthening did occur last night. And then we'll watch as strengthening continues today, possibly even reaching rapid intensification standards at different points. So we'll be tracking that very closely. It is a meteorologist marked weather alert night, and we'll just go ahead and tell you that Friday is a weather alert day. And we're concerned about damaging wind gust and flooding. And we thank USA Mortgage for bringing us this graphic so that we can prepare for the storm. Clearview Closet and Blind brings us our 5-day forecast, and not much has changed from my thoughts last night. Still 100% chance of rain for our Thursday. And again, the first half of our day Thursday looks all right. I've said all along, if you had anything to do Thursday morning, then go for it. Get that out of the way. It's as we get into the later portions of the day, especially toward the sunset hour, and then after that, we're going to start seeing rain increase. We're going to start seeing winds increase. And conditions deteriorate, and then those conditions will continue through Friday. And then the system starts pulling away and winding down. And so Saturday, not as wet or windy as Friday, but still 70% chance for showers. And then Sunday, we drop down to 50%, and then Monday down to 30%. Still looking at several inches of rainfall possible across the Cumberland Plateau from this system by the time it wraps out of here by the weekend. And still looking for some very gusty winds. Some folks could even reach tropical storm conditions before all is said and done. So we'll be securing our loose objects and preparing the drainages and whatnot to handle the water, especially if you have an area that is prone to flooding. You want to make sure that that's taken care of. Premier Generators brings us our threat graphic, and those generators may come in handy before this is said and done. And don't forget the winter ahead, where generators can certainly come in handy. But we're most concerned about the straight line winds and, of course, the flooding. And like I said last night, the ground is dry. The ponds, rivers, streams, they're all low. So we have places for water to go. We just don't want to get too much too quick. It continues to look like we will not be in a favorable position for tornadoes, but I will continue to keep a very close eye on that. On this day, 1936, a forest fire practically burned down the town of Brandon, Oregon. No one was worried about the fire at first because it was so far away, but drought conditions, a change in wind speed, the gorse weed that was found between the buildings, that fire to race through that town, and only a handful of structures were left by the time the fire finally died down. And this is a good lesson in how disaster may seem far away, but sometimes things can change on a dime, and you just never know what's around the corner. So we have to be prepared for anything. Meteorologist Mark's Meteorology. This Cloud Week continues. This is my favorite cloud. I'm just excited. I can't hardly talk right now, right? Asparagus clouds. So they look like ocean waves in the sky, and they're rare, but if you see them, they are so cool. It looks like an artist painting in the sky. The picture you see there is not AI or anything like that. It is a real deal picture. These tend to form in more stable environments. So, and like we saw with the UFO clouds that we talked about on the mountains the other day, these two form in more stable environments and have kind of that wavy look to them. Asparagus formation is likely associated with atmospheric gravity waves. Gravity waves are when a storm punches up through the atmosphere quickly, especially a more stable atmosphere, and causes like waves to kind of undulate through the atmosphere. And if there's any clouds in that, they too will undulate and look like kind of waves. So some pretty cool stuff for sure. Latin, aspero is Latin for make rough or uneven. So if you see some of those, you take some pictures and send them to me. You folks have a wonderful Thursday, and keep looking up. For more weather information and to stay tuned for all the updates, meteorologistmark.com.